Hello again, everyone. Dennis Sullivan here, Sports Snippets, Monday night. It is the 10th of August. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the restart of Major League Baseball along with National Basketball Association. Have a couple of quick pieces of information for you as far as my personal, as a fan, my personal feedback goes on how I think the restart is going for both leagues, for both National Basketball Association and Major League Baseball. Now, going into all this, back maybe about the end of June, early July, I'm thinking, you know what? Baseball's going to go smooth sailing. The league I'm really worried about back then, not even 2 months ago, would be the NBA, because they're doing this weird bubble thing and everyone's going to be in the same city, and what's that all about? And isn't that a little like too much if everyone's playing in Greater Kissimmee, Orlando? Well, as it turns out, guys, the NBA has nailed this whole restart thing. I mean, they've kept everything pretty much the same. Here's what I mean by that. They've kept their playoffs the same. The whole setup. All they really did was eliminate 8 or 9 games from the regular season. So when they restarted back right around the 30th of July, basically we're almost at the end of that process where each team played roughly 70 games, and now their playoffs are getting ready to start. I believe it's on the 17th or so of August, somewhere in that vicinity. So they've kept everything virtually very much the same. It's going to be the same playoff system. They've done a tremendous job, impeccable job, keeping the games that I see on TV seeming exciting. They have these movable fan figures. It's almost impossible to explain if you've watched any NBA. Like these animated moving characters in the stands, and it looks pretty cool. It's right up on the court. It's right there, so it kind of adds to it a little bit. I mean, for that type of effect, they're doing a great job with the sound effects, the organ, the crowd noise. I was watching, it was Milwaukee and Houston about a week ago. Nationally televised game, Sunday night. So this is the first Sunday night when they came back. It was on ABC, I believe, and what a great job! It was almost like I was watching a playoff game, an NBA playoff game, and it was amazing. So I want to cover a couple of quick topics here. As far as baseball goes, now basketball's kept everything virtually the same as I mentioned. A few things baseball's done that I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, they've done it for good reason, and I understand why they've made a few changes, but the extra inning thing I got to view for the first time last night. I'm not a huge fan of the whole, we'll start a guy off on second base to start the extra inning thing. I understand why we're doing it, but I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, how about this? I mean, it is a season like no other. Just an idea. Just got a few ideas. I know it's too late. We're not going to make any changes now. But I mean, how about, I know there's no ties in baseball, but why? This is a year unlike any other. If it goes 12 full innings, we're still tied. Okay. End the game in a tie. Doesn't affect any pitchers of records. Pitchers of records don't get a tie next to their record. End it in a tie. I just don't like the idea. It's a little too off center for me to start off an inning with a guy on second. I'm sorry. That's just my humble opinion there. As far as the overall vibe, baseball had some bumps in the road there, where we had a couple of teams that couldn't play for a week. Marlins and Phillies were basically out of commission. It seems like that's calmed down now as of this video on August 10th. So I'm going to have to give the vibe, though, as far as how everything's playing out to the NBA. I'm going to have to give the NBA almost a check mark in every category. But Major League seems to have kind of, I think the storm is cleared, though. I think we're getting ready to move into a much more peaceful nice flow to it. I think baseball is going to be fine with the restart, just off to a little bit of a rough start. Atmosphere when I watch the games, I'll give it like a tie. I mean, I think baseball's doing as well as they can. You have the cardboard type fans in the stands. I mean, what else they supposed to do? You have the organ playing at a lot of these stadiums. You have the noise. You know, the team. I will say this: Major League Baseball benches are very much into it, as much, if not more, than ever. So I have to give the players a big boost and a big thumbs up in that category. NBA's awesome just by the way. I mean, boy, did they plan that really well. They planned it really well, and it looks on TV. They just set it all up for TV. Is basically what they did, and they did a they did a tremendous job. The playoffs, again, the NBA gets serious thumbs up on this in this category. The NBA playoffs is the same. It's the same. The only difference right now from picking up the season, as I mentioned a few moments ago, is that they didn't play. They're basically shorting the regular season by like 8 or 9 games or something. Like that's it. Um, Baseball made a change. I kind of like it though. I do like it. They're gonna go 16 total playoff teams, just like they have in the NBA. 8 in the American, 8 in the National League. 1 through 8, two versus 7, just like they do in basketball. It's a best of 3 first round Major League Baseball. I like it though. It's the team with the higher seeds going to have all 3 games if it goes the full 3 at home. Next round's best of 5, 2-2-1, meaning first the higher seed gets the first 2 games at home. Lower seed gets the next 2 if needed, because that series could end 3 games if there's a sweep, and then the last game would go back to the higher seed. So it's 2-2-1. National Championship Series, the higher seed would play the first 2 games at home, then go on the road for 3, and then back home for 2 if it were to go at full 7. World Series, the home team, the team with the home field advantage will be the one with the best record during the 60-game abbreviated season, and that's also 2-3-2, just like the National League and the American League Series. I like it. They did what they had to do there. So baseball's had to make a few more changes, as you can see. I like what they did with the playoffs, though. Kind of announced that once the season got going, just literally, I don't know, like a week ago or something when they announced that. So that's pretty cool as well. I kind of like what they did there. Overall, guys, the one factor that's really the difference maker in this whole thing is that the NBA figured out a way to do this without their players getting on a plane. Okay, the NBA mastered this whole bubble thing. I mean, this was a masterful idea where they have 3, it's either 3 or 4, definitely 3 arenas that they play at. I think there's a fourth, could be wrong there. In Greater Kissimmee, Orlando, they're doing like double headers, triple headers, whatever it takes at each arena. Everything seems to be working just fine. I mean, they're all in Central Florida, which is kind of funny in a way. I mean, it's kind of funny to me. It's like 4 hours from from where I am. I'm tempted to go up there, but then I'm like, wait, I can't view the games. So what have you? Um, and they really, what a great job the NBA did. This whole bubble idea, I just can't say enough of it. It's been tremendous. It's worked out tremendously. Baseball, my only, and it's easy to say this now, guys. It's easy to say this now, but baseball could have, in hindsight, after the fact, it probably would have been better maybe if they had some regional locations. You can do like 4 or 5 locations in each spot, maybe, or 4, 2 for the American, 2 for the National. You can have a setup out on the West Coast, maybe one in Texas or something to cover those states, mountain and southeast, or southwest, I should say. You can have a northeast location or just an east coast location, maybe, or northeast and a southeast location, and maybe one for like Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota. So, maybe about 4 or 5 different locations. You can do double, triple headers at the stadiums of choice. So I think, looking back, Major League Baseball could have done a little bit better job keeping the players from traveling. I think that could have been done. It's easy to say that now, guys. Easy to say that now. Both leagues doing a good job so far, though, as I see it. And let's just watch the games, enjoy the sports, enjoy the games, guys. We'll see what happens here moving forward. It's going to get very interesting in the NBA very soon, within a week when the playoffs start. Major League Baseball playoffs getting ready to start as it usually does. Actually, maybe, if anything, a couple of days earlier at the end of September, the end part of September. So for now, this is Dennis Sullivan saying, thank you very much for watching my video. Give a thumbs up if you like the content of this particular video, and I will see you, yes, you, that's right, very soon. So thanks again, and you have a great day.